we got another story of Disney becoming even more desperate, but it's not surprising. So welcome back to Views with Hughes, your agenda-free news. This is Jerome Hughes, and the story of the hour. Disney is claiming that Gina Carano is misconstruing why the company fired her. So this is coming in from good people at Epic Times and stuff, where they made an article that says Disney says that Gina Carano misconstrues why the company fired her. Now, you all remember that, Gina Carano back in 2021, she was actually fired over, a different tweets on then Twitter, which is now X and stuff, against the whole COVID pandemic, as well as the Black Lives Matter, and also posts where people claim that, accuse her of spewing hatred against Jewish people. But the fact of the matter is, this is just nothing more than another move or a desperate attempt on Disney. So Disney's lawyers have responded to a lawsuit coming in. This is coming in from the Epic Times, from Gina Carano, an actress who played a character in The Mandalorian. And they argue that she hasn't been basically she doesn't fully understand the reasons behind her firing, okay? So now they're lying and everything about her, and they're saying that, well, Disney actually says that, they decided to terminate her contract because they found some of her public comments offensive and contrary to their values. Now, this response was included in a legal document filed on Thursday, which supports Disney's request to dismiss Gina Carano's lawsuit. But Gina Carano claims that Disney violated her rights by firing her after she made several public statements on social media and other platforms, okay? And these statements included controversial opinions on political and social issues. In the filing on May 9th, Gina Carano's lawyers argued that Disney admitted to discriminating against her based on her political beliefs, all right? And another thing is that Disney also argues that, as a company, they have a right under the First Amendment, as I've reported to you all before, to control its own message. And this means that they could choose to exclude anyone whose actions or statements don't fit their narrative and everything with the message that Disney wants to convey. And also, Disney believes that this is crucial for maintaining the integrity of their brand and the values they promote. But Gina Carano's lawyers countered, on the other hand, saying that her statements had nothing to do with Disney, actually, and Star Wars or Mandalorian. And they also argued that Gina Carano's personal opinions should not have impacted her employment with the company. And Disney's response is that while Gina Carano has the right to free speech, the company also has the right to not associate with speech that basically contradicts their core values, which is woke ideology. But these values include respect, decency, and integrity and inclusion. Woke ideology on that last part, where Disney believes that Gina Carano's statements are in conflict with these different principles, okay? But the fact of the matter is, in that filing from Thursday, Disney's lawyers argue that Gina Carano is actually misunderstanding her own lawsuit. They suggest that she is incorrectly portraying the situation as if Disney actually invented the conflict between the public comments and the company's artistic values. And Disney actually, claiming that their decision to fire her, and they're sticking with this one, was based on a genuine clash between her statements and the values they strive to uphold as a company. All right. Now, this is all interesting because of the fact that now we see that Disney, it seems to me like they're actually panicking at this point. It seems like they're panicking because of the fact that, this is like another form of bad publicity from them, well, against them, where she has this lawsuit and she's going to keep pushing, and she's also backed by Elon Musk, okay? And Gina Carano says that she didn't say anything offensive and didn't harm Disney's work, but instead, Disney's lawyers said it's not up to her to decide that. They said, as the Supreme Court has clearly stated, people and courts have to respect an organization's own opinion on what might harm its message. But Gina Carano's lawsuit should be thrown out there claiming. And earlier this month, Gina Carano's lawyers argued that she wasn't trying to push any message on Disney or change what Disney says, which is true. But they said Gina Carano just wants justice for laws that were broken, which do not, in this case, affect Disney's ability to speak. On Thursday, Disney also responded by saying that Gina Carano doesn't really understand what the First Amendment protects. So now they're going ahead and gaslighting her right now. And Disney said that the only government issue is the responsibility Gina Carano wants to place on Disney because Disney chose not to associate its art with Gina Carano and her offensive comments. Disney also argues that the First Amendment gives them the right to make her art however they want, including the right to not use the actors who they think hurt their artistic vision. Well, in order for Disney to have an artistic vision, they would have to stop with the woke ideology and actually be creative. But Disney says that Gina Carano has not shown how Disney could be blamed without messing with Disney's own rights to control this art. And guess what, y'all? I'm going to provide a response from Gina Carano later on in the video. But Disney's lawyers said that Gina Carano is making up a strange version of the First Amendment, one that will force news outlets and other groups to keep employees whose public comments go against their employers' messages, as long as those comments were made outside of work. Okay? But the thing is that, you know, conservative newspapers, basically, here's what someone an average was would take this in and everything. Like, I'm put this in a manner where the average Joe can actually understand this. So basically, I'm gonna put it this way: conservative newspapers might have to hire very liberal writers, feminist book publishers. I might have to hire editors who don't like women, and movie theater producers might have to hire actors and directors who are openly racist or against certain religions. Basically, that's what they said. All right. Disney says that if Gina Carano's claims are accepted, it would mean that the First Amendment only protects the right to hire actors based on how they look, even if they say bad things about other races or religions off screen. Even Disney's lawyers have said that that idea is not supported by the main legal authorities, which is why Gina Carano, they claim, misinterpret those authorities and rely on other cases that don't relate to the First Amendment issues here. But Gina Carano sued Disney back in February with the financial help from Elon Musk and his ex-corporation, saying that her firing broke the California Labor Code, and she also argues that Disney didn't exclude her a popular character, Cara Dune, in the third season of The Mandalorian and other Star Wars stories because of her public statements. Now, before she was fired, Gina Carano made several public comments about COVID-19 measures, election integrity, as well as different pronouns for different genders, as they would claim, and also the Black Lives Matter movement. But Disney also argues that these statements distracted from and undermined their efforts, and they said that they had enough. That's when they fired her back in February 2021. Now, Gina Carano's lawsuit against Disney and Lucasfilm claims harassment, wrongful termination, as well as defamation for expressing her views that were different from Disney's. Now, the lawsuit also includes three main points, which includes the violation of California Labor Code rules on political activity, retaliation against unprotected activity, and sex discrimination, comparing her treatment to male co-stars who say that she has posted offensive, denigrating posts on social media directed towards different Republicans and conservatives. And Gina Carano's lawyer also says that Disney tried to pressure her into agreeing with their views, and when she didn't, that's when they fired her. You know, and Gina Carano says that her social media posts were often misunderstood, causing her to lose representation and job opportunities. Okay, now Gina Carano has an interesting response to all of this. And she posted on her X account where she says, Disney, you have a problem. You call others what you yourselves are. That's what other fans have also called Disney too. You do and you are things that you tell others not to do or be. You demand apologies and can never figure out how to give one. My case should not be dismissed. I deserve the right to present this to my peers. And I got to click on this show more part. Oh, it's longer than I thought. And my peers and just in the court of law. Other artists in this industry should take notice. Most of you already know, and I appreciate all of the messages of support. I thought you preach about listening to all women. Am I getting that right? To Hollywood, every ounce of me is a woman. That is true, and I'm ready to be listened to. Double standards, hypocrisy, discrimination. Things need to change, and they know it, and so does everyone else. Court date set June 12th in LA. Pray with me, lovely heads prevail. And you know what? I'm actually looking forward to that. And I really, really wish it could be televised, to be honest with you. But I guarantee you that it won't, because this is Disney. And this is Disney. And Disney don't want to go public with all this, especially, with Bob Iger at the helm and everything. But the fact that matter is Bob Iger and Disney themselves are in a bit of a pickle when it comes down to this. See, Gina Carano did make a good point that they lack accountability. They don't want to apologize for anything. Instead, they shift blame to other people, and they're shifting blame back on to Gina Carano again, because of the fact that, they're going to go ahead and, they did the same thing with movies. The failures of different movies and stuff. Bob Iger shifted the blame to other people rather than not taking responsibility. Disney's not taking responsibility over the firing of Gina Carano. Okay. And I guarantee you all that this is going to be a bit of a bloodbath. All right. But I will be talking more about this in the future and everything. But the fact of the matter is, Gina Carano, well, let's just say she's not really fighting an uphill battle, especially when she has Elon Musk right there to defend her. So let me know your thoughts about this in the comments below. Also, be sure to include any additional thoughts you have on this particular topic. Do you think that Gina Carano is in the right and everything, or do you think that Disney basically what Disney is saying about her, that she's actually misconstruing what the case is or the lawsuit is about? Let me know your thoughts about this in the comments below. Also, be sure to include any additional thoughts you might have on this particular topic. If you enjoy what I shared in this video, go ahead, smash the like button, share far wide across social media. And if you haven't done so already and you enjoyed all the content that I put out there, go ahead, subscribe to the channel, click the bell notification so that way you'll be notified of future uploads and updates. Until then, peace.